People can fly. Stop it. Stop it. I mean, what the Hey everyone, so I just want to touch on this change for Fortress, and this is the first type of video I've done like this. I've actually watched the Full Measures one. If you haven't seen it, he makes some really good points in there, but I thought I would kind of follow up and make this video as well, because to be honest, I really hope that people can fly, see these videos and just go, do you know what? We take it back. We're not going to change Fortress. We're not going to do it. Why would they change one of the go-to mods in the game for the little bit of player base they have left? I just don't understand it myself. They just shouldn't do it, right? The Full Measure had some really good points, and that it's really going to hurt anomaly builds, and it really is going to hurt anomaly builds. And the people that are used to playing that and like playing that, it's just going to destroy it. It's going to destroy the speedrunning meta from the Ash Blast Overheat builds, which people really enjoy, by the way. Andy, to mention just one name, I know really enjoys that build and doing that, and they're going to completely destroy it. And another one of the Full Measure's really good points was when he was talking about the fact that People Can Fly have got an idea of how people should play the game and kind of want to force people to do that, and I think it's terrible. I think it's a terrible idea and they shouldn't do it too. What they need to do is bring, and I've said this for so long for Outriders and for so many of my streams, and I kind of wish they'd just let me loose on their mods so that I could tell them ways to make them cool, because there are a lot of mods that are rubbish and useless and people don't use them at all, if I'm being completely open and honest. And what they need to do is not nerf anything and just bring the other mods up to scratch and make them cool, make them really, really cool. There's a whole bunch of mods, and I know they've done a few little buffs and things recently, but there's a whole range of mods that they should just go, do you know what? Not many people really use these. We're just going to make them awesome, and we're going to chuck in some different ones or something. I don't know, maybe they're waiting for like a expansion or a DLC or something to chuck in some new mods and things, but leave Fortress alone. Just leave it alone. It's been in the game too long and people are too used to it, so don't nerf it because it's just going to come across really negative. Completely leave Fortress alone. Don't touch it at all, and focus on making the other mods fun. Moaning Winds as well, honestly, off the cuff opinion, don't touch it either. Just don't touch it. Make other mods as good, make other mods more fun than it, then just don't touch them. You're really going to hurt your game by doing it, honestly. So as much as I just wanted to get that out there and just get that off my chest straight away, and I'm going to actually in a minute just bring up what it is that we're talking about if you guys haven't seen this yet from their latest tweet. They need to focus on making other things fun. Any nerf that comes into the game at this point, if they're trying to break the meta, they need to break the meta by making other things better rather than making these things worse. Now, I'm just going to bring this up on screen because what I'm talking about, they've kind of answered, but I just don't agree with it at all. So they've said this, right? This is key. No matter how much we buff any other mod within the realms of reasonable balance, they will never be able to provide the same overall value that Fortress does, making those buffs inherently unable to displace Fortress. I think, really, this is wrong. I honestly completely disagree with this. I think that Fortress is powerful and it makes the game fun, and they need to make other mods as powerful to keep the game fun, to keep it fun, right? We all know the player base has been dwindling a lot, and hundreds and hundreds of people that I know that used to play it, people in the Discord, everything that used to play it like every single day, pretty much religiously, like they're just on other games now. People are moving on, and it just is what it is. And hopefully a good DLC will bring it back, because I like Outriders. So this isn't me just dissing on it or anything like that. I like Outriders. I've really enjoyed it. It's done wonders for my channel, and I can't thank everyone and you guys enough for that. But to keep the game fun, now they need to go, do you know what? If we're gonna tweak and change things like this, let's keep the things in the game that are fun and just bring everything else up to it. So I think this is more of a they've got an idea of what they want, and I think it's completely different from what the player base want at this point. And I think I can speak for a lot of us on this, that if they just bring them up, just bring these other mods up, make them fun. Lightning Whip, an ultimate Lightning Whip, or Storm Whip, sorry, right? You've got two attacks that just bring down lightning. Make the ultimate one bring down lightning and do a massive AoE. Make it on a higher cooldown or something, but it just takes out like a group of enemies. So you've got, if you want to put both of them on your weapon, for example, you've got one that's doing constant little bits of damage, like every couple of seconds or whatever, coming down, hitting a target and doing some extra damage to a single target like a boss, and then another one that just does this great big storm disruption, but actually is powerful enough to take out a group. Things like that. That's cool. People will love that. Do that. Don't do a fortress. So the change they've actually said is that the new effect will be as follows, pending further balancing. So, you know, they might tweak this, but this video is more of a warning than what they're actually doing immediately right now, right? So they've said that the mod will be this now. Shots increase current armor and resistance by 3%, stacking up to 5 times, so 15%, right? At maximum stacks, the buff is doubled and additionally grants 30% damage increase for 10 seconds. So you're going from a constant buff of 43% increase to damage to a 30% buff for damage. However, you need to stack it 5 times by shooting. So you have to shoot your weapons and do all this to then be able to do extra damage with like your anomaly skills, for example, if you're anomaly build. And I just think this is rubbish. Who wants to do this? It's not a fun mechanic to be like, okay, well, I've got to stack it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now go with my stuff. Whereas before you just used to be able to run in and go bam, bam, bam. Things died. It was hilarious. You really enjoy it. You smash through and it's good. I mean, nobody wants to struggle with the CTs. You know, CT 15, etc. You want to be able to get there, get some legendaries, get some gear, get a build and just smash it through. And it's fun feeling powerful once you've done that. And this is where I go back to what I was just talking about. If they bring them up, it'll be fun. But having to do things like this and having to micromanage this is rubbish. Nobody wants to do it. It's not a fun mechanic. So big warning from me. You know, I've been doing lots and lots of content on Outriders for a long time. I know not so much recently. Lost Ark is a game that's really dear to me and I've been waiting for years and years, since 2014. So I understand I've got a lot of content coming out on that at the moment. We've got Back 4 Blood coming soon and stuff, but without going down that rabbit hole, you know, I wish the best for Outriders and I really want a DLC to come back, and I want like a load of content creators to go, wow, look at this DLC. It's really good, and people just flood back to the game. I really want that to happen. I honestly do. So I'm really hoping that they can make sensible choices to make the game and keep the game fun for people, and feeling really powerful is fun. It is fun. So, you know, I don't like it. So they've got the side note underneath, right? Players will need to perform 5 successful shots over 5 seconds to enter the full buff window. Stacks have a 1 second internal cooldown in order to streamline uptimes across all weapon types. You know, so you can't just on a submachine gun or so just go 1 over 5 and then bam, you've got max stacks, as opposed to a shotgun or a rifle that's going to fire a lot slower. And I understand that, and that will work with the buff to make it fairer across weapon types, but I just don't like this mod change at all. I think it's a really bad decision. Let me know, guys, what you think below. I'm not going to ramble on about this for ages and ages. If you like the video, give it a like. If you don't like the video, sorry, but appreciate you guys as always. Thank you so much to all the subscribers, all the members, everyone in our amazing Discord community. Love you all to pieces, and I'll see you very soon. Cheers. Man, I really hope they just don't change this.